Vague expectations. So you might be a little bit confused, like this is a commonplace book, commonplace binder video. I don't know, I'm going to put this down. So we are looking at the Commonplace Binder 101 playlist. This is video number 97. So if you're all caught up, then congratulations. If you're not caught up, I will try to make this its own standalone piece. So why timestamps are useful? I feel like that was kind of addressed in the thumbnail, which should have been me holding a train clock. Basically, the point is, if things aren't on time, things will be missed. And so it's good to know when the things happen, but it's also good to be able to skip the things that aren't relevant. And there you go, that's the video. But just in case you wanted an actual commonplace book video, in the form of a commonplace binder, you know, this thing, we're going to go through the rest of the list. Vague expectations. So I don't have any expectations as to how this is going to go. So I guess I will show you something like this at the beginning. The cover is the 100 keywords that I use in the thumbnails. Actually, that I use in the titles. So this is video number 97. Sorry, it's very dusty right now. And that is number 97. So it says timestamps right there. And so what that means is the front cover will help me with every single video because I know what it's going to be, when it's going to be. And I could theoretically plan for everything. Now, I didn't plan things properly this time because this is my first time doing a 100 video playlist, which is a lot of work. The next video is a flip through, but that's a problem because I set up cards for the flip through when in actuality I'm going to be flipping through this. So I guess the next video is just going to be a test run where I just babble at the camera, and that kind of like warms me up for when I actually go through this later. So that means there are 4 videos left, but it's going to be at least 2 different recording sessions, which is very annoying. All right, sifting through. When someone has a commonplace book, well, let's go through what a commonplace book is first. Basically, it's what people used before computers, and some people were using it hundreds, if not thousands of years ago. And so it's the place for all the notes, and if you don't have a planner, journal, diary, book for gathering data or going through it, or any of the other things that people do with paper, this would be the place. And so a commonplace binder helps people more easily sift through the information because instead of just paging through a book and realizing, oh, that's the thing I need, or oh, that's the thing I don't need, and I need to move one of these things to a different location, that doesn't really work in a book, but it does in a binder. So it's a lot easier for someone to sift through it and take the stuff out or put stuff in. Short-term pathway. So, the timestamp should allow you to jump to whichever point of the video you actually want to get to. So if you jump to this point, hello, immediate application. That's one of the great things about timestamps. You can just click at the point. Now, it is a lot harder for me to make the timestamps in the first place. I have to watch my video to find the timestamps or where I would put the timestamps. Now, some people have suggested, not directly to me, but in other videos, to use a bunch of AI software, but I haven't gotten around to doing that, and I also don't really want to, because when I go through looking for the timestamps, it also allows me to listen to the video and realize which parts of it are good or not good. And yeah, I could probably have somebody else do that, or have the bot do that. Single point of failure. Yeah, so if you don't have the timestamps, you're just gonna have to watch the whole video. Wow. Yeah. It's not good to have a bunch of single points of failure. Like, for example, right now I'm a little worried because I built this YouTube channel and the Tumblr account, and I think also what do I have? A Blue Sky? All on the same email, so I should probably get a second email if I want to add any things in the future, because otherwise all I have to do to lose everything is lose that one email. And so it's very bad to have single points of failure, and that's one of the things I think a commonplace book or a commonplace binder is very good at. Although, because this is one singular book, I also tell people to, record their book, or at least type the stuff out, and then print it, and then put it in their book, and edit it within the book, rather than just having one singular version. Because if you only have one version, then it is one point of failure. the way I do it? Well, the way I do it is with a binder instead of a book. Other people have done this. This is not, you know, redefining anything. Actually, it is kind of like redefining the commonplace binder because I'm trying to put a little bit of a modern spin on it, which people have tried to do in the past. They just haven't worded it as closely before, as far as I know. I guess there was a video on YouTube that did include commonplace binder, but it was just like one singular video from a channel that made tons of videos. So, I don't know. Part of the routine. So recording these videos would be a good thing to add into my routine if I want to get them out faster. I would like them to be of higher quality, but you know, I have to make the videos, and right now I'm mostly in the I have to make the videos stage rather than I have to improve the videos, because if I can't even make the thing, I can't really improve it. And so if you're struggling to make a commonplace book or a commonplace binder, or even a YouTube channel, remember the thing you have to do first is make something. And after you make something, then you can make something better. Get around to it. It is very annoying to figure out when to record. Like, for example, I think we have guests in the house right now. I was not told that there would be guests in the house right now, so it is a little bit before 6 in the morning, and I'm recording when there are people in the house. I would have recorded earlier, but there were also different people in the house. So it's like, please. More efficient. So it would be more efficient for me to just record every single day and tell the people to, like, be here, not be here, I don't care. Like, if you're in the same space or if you're in a different space, it doesn't matter. I'm going to do my thing. That would definitely be more efficient. But I want to be polite. So-called benefits. So what are the benefits of timestamps? You can jump directly to the point. What are the benefits of a commonplace? If you don't know which point you're looking for, you can sift through all of your information, trim it down, and make something valuable. So those are what I consider the benefits. I mean, one of the things is that you can reduce the information. So I used to have school notes because I was in school, and then after school I trimmed the notes down into something useful, which was basically nothing. But it was actually something, and so the process of reviewing all the notes confirmed my belief that, you know, the notes were kind of useless. And so even if all you're doing is confirming that you're right about something, sometimes that's still worth it. Because then you're not going to be wondering, like, did I do it? Is it done right? Self-imposed. So what I did after high school, where I went through my school notes instead of just tossing them, like most people seem to do, I did have a self-imposed rule of at least reviewing everything at least once to make sure that it wasn't good, instead of just dumping it. Branches of the tree. Oh, this is fun. So timestamps is on this list. However, this list is going to be different next year. It's going to be mostly the same because I don't want to change everything every single year. And I'm trying to create a structure where it's kind of like branches of a tree. Like, everything will go into different directions. But I won't be generating new information. I'll just be going deeper into the information I already have. So, for example, if this video doesn't do well, I won't make more of this video. But I will make more of the videos that actually work. And so I get more into that in some other videos, and we have more stuff to go through, so I'm just going to keep going. The small stuff counts. So adding the little things like the timestamps, the end cards, the description, the tags, all of these things count, and it's part of the reason why my output has kind of slowed for the YouTube videos. Part of the problem is also it's the summer, and I am not productive at all in the summer, especially the early summer. When we get into the later summer, then I actually start churning out stuff because it feels like I'm going back to school, and I'm like, oh boy, let's get the stuff done. Do the thing. So, yeah, get around to it, do the thing. I could say this in a bunch of different ways, but if you don't start, it will never get done. So if you have a thing that you're supposed to start, even if that's just like loading the dishwasher halfway through this video, you should probably go load the dishwasher. What works? So, what works for me is a binder, or at least that's what worked for me at the beginning when I have lots of paper. And so the binder is excellent at consolidating paper, and it's very good if you have the capacity to print but as I no longer have additional paper from other people to consolidate, and I don't have the ability to print right now, although I think I could get that back pretty quickly, and I will hopefully do that by the end of the year, because I want to, you know, update the binder, create a bunch of digital printables, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Yeah, just do what works. And then if you have extra time, come up with something new. Living document. So I kind of talked about this with Branches of the Tree, but this is more of a living document than a book, because you can take stuff out and you can put stuff in. But mostly what you're doing is creating a core of knowledge and then building things on top of it. And so if something doesn't work, you just prune that part of the tree and you move on. On a roll. We're going to get all these videos done today. It's going to be great. I am confident that I can get 2 videos done today. I'm hopeful I can get 4 videos done today. I kind of doubt that I can get all 5 videos done today. But we are on a roll. We're going to get this done. And yeah, break down information. That's one of the benefits of the binder. Actually, sometimes I would have stuff from school which didn't actually really fit with any of the projects I was working on. And so at the beginning, I categorized everything as just school notes. No, that's not true. I categorized everything by subject. But then I was like, okay, so this is French, and this is Spanish, and this is German. What if I consolidate all of these into a language section? And so I have a section for languages, and that is one category I put all my stuff into. Now, some categories, like for, this channel-related stuff is just listed as the post-grad year. So anything related to this channel or education in general all gets funneled into that one spot. And so some of it is helpful. Some of it is mostly just me dumping stuff in a place and saying, oh yeah, I'll get to it later, right? And so some of these sections will be incredibly efficient, and then other ones will not be so efficient, because the postgrad year isn't a vault for me. Like, it's not a place where I just store stuff, and it's also not a place where I just work on my projects. So right now it's a little bit sloppy, and so I'm trying to create new sections and categories which are more deliberate, and so that way the postgrad year will eventually become more of a vault where I just keep stuff rather than building. Why? Why am I doing this? Well, I think I've talked about why I've added the timestamps. They help people jump to where they're supposed to go or where they want to go. But why am I doing the commonplace binder? I've said that it was for, trimming down my school notes. But why am I doing it now? Because I'm out of school, obviously, so what's my deal? What am I doing? Well, I spent so much time on it, I should probably try to do something with it. I mean, if you took notes for over a decade, you would probably want to do something with the notes eventually. But also, I have been doing this whole thing with my notes originally because I wanted to come up with some sort of system that people could use in school. And so that is what I'll be talking about next year in another 100 video playlist. So if you want to see that, stick around for next year, or, just the first video, so you can point at it and be like, wow, I looked at it and I have opinions. Okay. Useful. Is this useful? Well, I don't know if it's time efficient, but in terms of the variety of knowledge and the deepness of thought, there's nothing quite like it. So I would say to try out a commonplace binder if you want to figure out how to do that, or why you would do that, or how you would do that, or how you would start that, or any of the other question words. You should be able to find a video about that on this channel. But now it's time for the final thing, flip through. So the video up next is the flip through, where I will review this. Although that is not the video I will be recording next, as I have another presentation to record. So I will see you in the next one, and hope you're having a great day. Okay, bye.